The Emperor's New Clothes. Once, in a small town by a lake, there was an emperor who ruled over this town. I say ruled, he didn't really do much. He was more interested in the way he looked, the way people thought about him, than actually doing anything actually work-wise. In fact, he was so interested in the way he looked, he'd be changing clothes 4 or 5 times a day. Many of the people would say he doesn't so much run the government as run his dressing room. That's pretty much all he does. In fact, he would occasionally come to the balcony of his palace, call all the subjects forward just to look at his clothes. Welcome, welcome all you wonderful people. You can see it here. This is fantastic clothes that I'm wearing. It's done by fabric from all sorts of places. They look wonderful. That's it. Bye-bye. That would be all they see of him. That would be all he would do. One day, though, a couple of weavers, a couple of crafty weavers, came into the town. They'd heard about this emperor and what he was up to, and they decided they would teach him a lesson. So they set up a stall in the marketplace, and they advertised themselves as having the most amazing fabrics from all around the world. Never mind the continent, never mind from other cities, the most amazing fabrics in the world. Now, this message got back to the emperor, and the emperor thought, well, I would love a pair of trousers and a shirt and so on, made by these wonderful chaps. Better call them in, see what they've got to say for themselves. And so the two crafty weavers, were called into the palace, where they sat and had a chat with the emperor. They talked about some designs and all that sort of thing, when all of a sudden one of the weavers stopped. He leaned forward and he said, Emperor, we have something very special just for you. We've been able to get hold of some fabric whose colours and patterns are out of this world. In fact, they're so special that our fabrics we can get hold of, if they're seen by anybody unfit for office or seen by anybody unusually stupid, well, actually, they can't see them. They are so amazing. He said, if someone's unfit for office or someone's unbelievably stupid, they can't see them. That's true. Wow, that would be great. Yes, I'll have some of those. Yes, get me a load. And so our two crafty weavers were set up in a little room in the palace. They asked for their food to be brought up and everything. They didn't want to be disturbed when they were hard at work. They were sat there reading the paper most of the time, eating sandwiches. But hard at work they said they were. After a few days, though, the emperor was getting a little bit tetchy, a little bit worried. I really want to see what these clothes look like. Perhaps I'll ask, Michael, come here. Over comes Michael. Yes, sir, what, sir? Michael, you're well known for your rigour, and you tell me you're incredibly clever and you know a lot. Do you mind awfully going and see what these guys are up to? Oh, I am an expert in rigour, sir. I will definitely be rigorous and look at everything. You don't have to worry about me, sir. And off went Michael, tapped on the door, and the two crafty weavers led him in. Michael looked around. And then the thoughts came into his head about this particular fabric. Oh, someone not fit for office or unbelievably stupid can't see it. Well, I've been very, very rigorous, and these look fantastic. I will go back and report to the emperor how rigorous I've been and how wonderful these fabrics and everything are. Well done, guys. Keep up the good work. And off went Michael, and he reported to the emperor what he had seen wonderful fabrics, wonderful patterns, because of course he was fit for office and he wasn't unusually stupid, so of course he'd seen something. A couple of days later, the Emperor's still feeling a bit tetchy. Can't wait to see these clothes. Oh, boys, chaps, I really want to see these clothes. You know, they've been working hard, these two weavers. Dom, Matt, come over here. You're my two trusted guys. How about we go and have a look and see what's been made? Dom and Matt agreed. So they headed on over to the room, tapped on the door, opened up, and in they went. Well, the Emperor was just looking around, the cogs in his brain just starting to kick into gear, when all of a sudden Dom and Matt went, "Oh, look, how wonderful all of these clothes are. Yes, indeed, your Highness, look how wonderful the patterns are on that one," said Matt. "Oh, yes, I suppose they do look absolutely fantastic." Thinking, fit for office, unbelievably stupid. That doesn't describe me. I must be able to see them. So yes, and he spouted forward about how wonderful they are, how much work had gone into everything, and how proud he was of the two wonderful, brilliant weavers. "How much longer till they're ready, guys?" "Be a couple more days, yet, your Highness," said the weavers, and off went the Emperor with his two friends. So a couple of days later, he received message from the weavers that everything was ready. So he gathered together all of his courtiers, all of his noblemen, and took them all into the room where everything had been made. Everybody stared around the room for a split second and then applauded. Wonderful, wonderful patterns, the cut, the design, just amazing, just amazing. And with a big beam on his face, the Emperor stood there. The two weavers held up. "Look at these trousers, especially for you. And this shirt, the pattern, the colours, and oh, this smock as well. We even have a fantastic mantle for you to wear. Your Highness, you will look brilliant." And they spent the next 10 minutes dressing the Emperor. All of a sudden, there was a little knock at the door. One of the footmen arrived. Sir, everything's ready for a parade. Everybody wants to see your wonderful garments, sir." "Right. They look fantastic." And off went the footman. The Emperor, all ready and proud, stood up straight. "Noblemen, carry my cape behind." So a bunch of noblemen tucked in behind, all wanted to be the one to hold the cape. And they stood there holding the cape, the train following out behind, and out strode the Emperor. Through the palace, out of the gates, out of the courtyard, and into the town. He strode down the streets, his noblemen following, when he walked past a little boy named Owen. Owen looked up and piped up, "But he hasn't got anything on." "Shh, boy, of course he has. But no sooner has it been said than a whisper went around the crowd until the whole town says, "But the Emperor hasn't got anything on." The Emperor, walking through the town, decided, well, the procession must go on, walking more proudly than ever after what everybody has said. A full 2-hour tour of the town and the outskirts, his noblemen following behind, carrying the train, until they went back into the castle and shut the gates. They went to congratulate the two weavers, but they had gone. Nowhere to be seen. And they weren't ever seen in that town again. But their story was told around the town until now, when the story ends. Thank you. Bye-bye.